BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So KB5022360 has finally come out of the preview channel, the release preview channel, and has now made it to the stable version. And this is exactly the same update I did post on maybe a week or so ago that Microsoft had rolled out to insiders in the release preview channel and has now made it to the stable version. Now, KB5022360 is this month, January 2023's bug fix C-release update for Windows 11.22H2. Windows 11.21H2 has already received their C-release update for January, as I have posted on. And the update will be an optional update, so you don't have to install the update. And I always suggest with optional updates, only install them if you are having any issues with your system. Else ignore the update, because most of the fixes and improvements will be carried over into the Patch Tuesday update rolling out on the second Tuesday of next month, February. Now, if you do decide to install the update, it will be placed under Quality Updates KB5022360. And there are a couple of key highlights with this update. It doesn't just fix bugs, there is actually one improvement, and this is a non-security update. And I did mention this in a previous video, but just to do a recap for this video, it does come with one new feature or improvement, and that's for the .NET framework updates. Now, in future, after you have installed KB5022360, and when you get an optional preview .NET framework, it's not going to be displayed on the Windows Update page. It will be found under the Windows Update Advanced Options, Optional Updates. And this is where it's going to be placed in future, and this basically just gives you better control. Microsoft says to install those optional updates. And that's basically the only new improvement or new feature that's so-called rolling out for Windows 11 version 22H2 for this month. Now, just to go through some of the key highlights, according to Microsoft, that this update, which is a bug fix update at its heart and core, it addresses an issue that might occur when the input method editor is active. Apparently, it was not responding when you use the mouse and keyboard at the same time. And it also addresses an issue that might occur when you convert or reconverge Japanese kanji, I hope I've got the pronunciation of that right, using a multi-byte character set app. And apparently the cursor might move to the wrong location when you type. So that's been addressed. And then the third key highlight, it also fixes an issue that affects picture files when you search on the taskbar. And apparently this issue was stopping you from opening those pictures. And then another search issue has been resolved, where apparently there was an issue that stopped you from searching for a file based on the file's contents. That's two key highlights that have rolled out for the actual search on Windows 11 22H2. And it addresses an issue that affects some game controllers. Apparently when the game controller was connected to the computer might not go to sleep. So that's been addressed. Now, those are the key highlights. And as mentioned, it does bring other quality improvements. And just to go through a couple of these, because there are one or two that are quite important. Now, at first, heading back to the search, they've also addressed an issue that was affecting the search indexer.exe. Apparently it was randomly stopping you from signing in or signing out. So that's been finally addressed. And it also addresses a resource conflict issue between two or more threads known as a deadlock. The deadlock was affecting COM+ applications. And then another one, which I think is quite an important update, it addresses an issue that was affecting certain systems that have firmware trusted platform modules. So that's the TPM module. Apparently the issue stopped you from using Autopilot to set up your system. So that's been addressed. And here's an important bug fix. The remote desktop issue that I did post on a while back. So if we just head to remote, search for remote desktop connection. There was an issue with remote desktop connection, and this is actually a big one. There was an issue that was affecting mstsc.exe. Apparently it was not responding while connecting to a remote app and desktop connection. Now, this has been a known issue for a good while now. And this update, KB5022360, finally addresses that remote desktop connection issue for Windows 11 version 22H2, which would mainly affect your IT admins and administrators. But nonetheless, just wanted to bring that to your attention. That remote desktop connection issue now has finally been addressed according to Microsoft. And then the update also addresses an issue that affects the REFS file system. And that's the resilient file system. The issue causes a non-paged pool leak. And there are actually two resilient file system issues causing non-paged pool usage issues that have been addressed. And the other one depletes the system memory. So one was causing a non-paged pool leak, and the other was causing high non-paged pool usage, which depletes system memory. And REF, Resilient File System, as I have posted on previously, is a file system that Microsoft may be resorting to on a bigger scale in up-and-coming versions of Windows. And I'll actually leave a link to that video in the description if that would be of interest. And then the last one, just to mention for the purpose of today's video, there's an issue that was affecting applications that use Microsoft Edge WebView 2. And those would include apps like Microsoft Office and the Widgets app. And apparently the content might appear blank or grayed out using WebView 2. So that's been addressed. And if you have decided to install the update, which is an optional update, if we just head over to WinVer quickly, about Windows, the latest OS build now for Windows 11 version 22H2 is OS build 22621.1194. So that's the latest build for the latest version of Windows 11. And that's more or less what's new in KB5022360. As mentioned, moving the .NET Framework preview updates now to the optional updates and including those numerous fixes to the operating system. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.